This is it, the Xbox collection. I probably have the least amount of personal connection to these games per PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox, but it'll still be interesting, so let's check this thing out. This is Spider-Man, the game. Not to be confused with Spider-Man, the game on PS1. This one's just based off the Sam Raimi movie from 2002, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, for its time, it has some pretty good graphics, it has good combat. The Xbox version actually includes a Kraven level not seen in the PlayStation or Nintendo versions, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they did that, but still cool nonetheless. Fun game, really good for its time, and I'd say worth playing now. I guess it's a fun time. Not so good of a game, Spider-Man 3. Yeah, this is pretty awful. I hate this game. I don't think I'll ever talk about this game in depth because I can't beat it. It's unreasonably hard and the cutscenes are just pretty horrible, but it makes for a good laugh. It's worth that at least. So that's Spider-Man 3. On to a good game, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, which I already talked about in a previous video this summer. I bought this for like 40 bucks online. Pretty good steal. It's usually worth like $100 almost. I obviously don't have the case, I just have the disc. And yeah, pretty cool, I guess. Pretty basic. They could have done a lot more with that, but oh well. Okay, next we got Ultimate Spider-Man. This game is awesome. This game is so underrated. Like almost nobody talks about it. Hot take, I like it better than Spider-Man 2. Please don't kill me. This game holds up so well. Because of one thing, cell shading. And also the combat is really good. Like, even compared to Spider-Man 2, it's way better than Spider-Man 2. Also, you can play as Venom. I hope they do something like that for the Insomniac Spider-Man game, where you can play as Venom. That would be amazing. Be legendary, be predatory, be both. Cool tagline. Plus, it's based on the Ultimate comics, which are goated, so I'll read those. Speaking of superhero stuff, we got Batman Arkham Origins. Another game I've already reviewed in depth on my channel. It's a pretty old review, but it's still pretty good. Your enemies will define you, because, you know, it's like a prequel story, I guess. Black Mask. You know, Deathstroke. I already talked about this game. I don't need to talk about it anymore. Good game. Alright, completely unrelated. We got Call of Duty Black Ops Collection. These are also really good games. I found this at like Walmart for like $20, and I already own Black Ops 3 on the PS4, so I didn't really need to get the third one, but I did not own the first two. I used to own the first one on the PS3 a while back, but I never beat it, and I still have yet to beat any of these. Really good games, what I played so far. The Zombies mode, everyone knows it's amazing. Probably the best in the series. And Nuketown. What else is to be said about Nuketown? Next up, Silent Hill 2 for the Xbox. Way cheaper than the PS2 version. And actually has extra content. Unfortunately, it did not come with its case. Hence why it was a lot cheaper. The PS2 version is ridiculously expensive. And the Xbox version is also not very cheap either. I think I got this for $50. Something around there. Really great game. What else is there to be said about this game that hasn't been said? Maybe I'll talk about it someday, but oh man, this game is still scary to this day. Next up, we got the Rock Band games. Now these games are a lot of fun. I am not good at them, but they're a good time, you know, playing with the boys, playing with your friends, you know, playing with your family. Almost anyone can enjoy them. And even though I'm not a really big music guy, I find a lot of these songs to be a lot of fun to play. I really am just playing it for the rhythm aspect of the game. Here's the first game. It is the most basic out of all of them, but still fun to go back to. Rock Band 2, people say, is the best. I would probably agree with them. It has a lot of good songs. It just kind of expanded on the story mode of the first game and had more customization. Pretty good. Rock Band 3, people don't really like this one. I like this one. I don't know why it has an NFL sticker on it. And they're like the freaking annoying NFL stickers that you can't get off without ruining the packaging. I guess that's what I get for buying it for cheap online. But like, who would do this? What monster would do this? But yeah, I like this game. It has so many songs to download. So many. And you can play the keyboard too, so that's cool. Yeah, I like this one. But probably my favorite one in terms of aesthetics is the Beatles Rock Band. Now, the Beatles obviously have so many good songs, but like the reason I like this game the most is the presentation. The presentation goes hard. Even if you don't like the Beatles that much, which I'm not even like, I don't really listen to music all that often, the presentation of this game is amazing. Like the menus, the sounds, like the cutscenes, the opening cutscene is really cool. Next up, we got Star Wars games. Got Lego Star Wars: A Complete Saga, a hood classic. You truly did not have a childhood if you did not play this game. Unfortunately, it's in a gross CD package. I don't know why, but it was cheap online. Got it for like 20 bucks. Still a really fun game to go back to. Obviously, it's very dated in some aspects, as are most childhood games, but that's still a fun time. Next up, we got Star Wars Battlefront 1. Everyone forgets this one, probably because the sequel outdoes it in every single way, but this still is pretty fun. I mean, it has some exclusive maps not seen in the sequel, but you can only play as like ground troops. You can't play as any heroes or villains, anything like that. And there's no sprint feature, which is really hard to get used to, not being able to sprint on the battlefield. I think the droidekas are the only guys who can move kind of fast, so yeah, that kind of sucks. But besides that, pretty fun. I haven't played too much of it, but it was fun when I played of it. Star Wars Battlefront 2, obviously the GOAT Star Wars game. This game still holds up to this day. You can even play it on the Xbox One, which is pretty incredible. A game from 2005, Xbox One. I think even the Series X, you can play on that one too. This game is just so goated. I might have to talk about it someday, but I don't even think I'll have to talk about it someday. There's so many videos on why it's such a good game. Yeah, just like, I can't even. that was very vague. I did a horrible job explaining myself, but I don't know. Just look it up. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the game. This game is hysterical. It is so funny. This is probably one of the most unintentionally funny games I've ever played. That's because of the voice acting. Good lord, the voice acting's hilarious. It's so bad, but amazing at the same time. Any Star Wars fan who has seen Revenge of the Sith needs to play this game. It is so funny. The actor for Anakin is just hamming it up when he turns evil, and Obi-Wan is just remaining sassy throughout the darkest moments. It's so funny. Unironically, the dueling mode is actually pretty good too. So, very cheap game to get if you have a Xbox 360 or Xbox One even, because this is backwards compatible. Play this game. It's really fun. Alright, next up we got Disney Infinity. Now, funny story about this game. I actually got this game free. So I went to my local game store in the bargain section, and there was no sticker on this game for how much it was worth. And I was like, how much does this cost? I kind of want to buy it. And they're like, take it. Please take it. We've been trying to sell it for months. Just take it for free. And I was like, okay. If that's not like the beginning to a creepypasta, then I don't know what is. Obviously, the sequel and third one had a lot more things in it. I don't know. I haven't really played too much of this one. I played it on the Wii. Like, I don't remember a lot from it. I've only played a little bit of it just, you know, for nostalgia's sake, I guess. Pretty good game. Pretty fun. Yeah, not too much to say. Keeping it up with Disney-related stuff, I guess. Got Lego Marvel Superheroes. This is also a bargain bin game I got from my local game store. And for some reason, they left, like, they must have bought this from my library, because there's, like, library stickers on it. Like, it says, like, 7-day loan. Like, right there. Like, did they get it, like, illegally? Like, I don't know what the story is behind having all those stickers on it, but yeah, pretty fun game, you know. I don't want to dox myself, so I'm not going to show you the inside, like the disc of my library, but, you know, pretty fun game. Played at the beginning of it. I played the 3DS version as a kid, and that was a good time. Lego, it's a Lego game, so what else is there to say? Tons of characters, tons of cool stuff. Speaking of Lego games, we got Lego Indiana Jones, but oh wait, what is this? Got Kung Fu Panda as well on the back. What? This has to be one of the weirdest combo packs I've ever seen. This is a good game. It's like a lot of other Lego games. You know, Lego tackling Indiana Jones is their next property. You know, another Lucasfilm property for their game. A lot of fun levels. Cool characters. Yeah, like Lego Indiana Jones. Great game. And as for Kung Fu Panda, well, actually, this is a really good game. Surprisingly, most movie license games are, you know, pretty mediocre, but you know, the voice acting is pretty good. The voice actors sound very similar to their animated movie counterparts, and the combat is actually really fun and has a lot of like variety to it. Next up, we got Cars the video game. This is also a very cheap game I got. I actually don't know why I got this, but surprisingly for an original Xbox game, its graphics are really good. Like, that's a real screenshot. The game actually looks like that. Some textures look like Minecraft textures, but that was just like most original Xbox games had that. So, you know, nothing too really out of the ordinary. But yeah, pretty solid racing game. You know, if you like that sort of thing, explore the open world of Radiator Springs. If you want to do that, I guess. It's later, I guess. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but whatever. Cars, the video game. Oh, crap. Why did I throw that? Speaking of cars, you got Grand Theft Auto 4 and episodes from Liberty City. This is a really good game. I have a friend who thinks Grand Theft Auto 4 is the best one, and that actually has some merit to it. Nico is probably the best Grand Theft Auto protagonist of all time. I definitely agree with that. The world is really cool. Like New York City. What is a more iconic American city? Like there is none. New York City. Everyone knows that. Even if you don't live in America, you know New York City. Like honestly, a great game. Very dark, very gritty, but also funny too. It has its funny moments. Lost in the Damned is a more serious take, and Ballad of Gay Tony is back to being like wacky and funny, like San Andreas and later GTA 5. One of the highest rated Xbox 360 game of all time. I could definitely see that. This is probably one of my favorite 360 games. So yeah, definitely play this game if you ever get the chance. It's really great. All right, next up we got a certified hood classic, Skate 3. Now, I stepped on the case, so that's why it's cracked like that. But Skate 3, this game, I don't play this game for the skating. I play this game for the Hall of Meat mode. And if you know, you know, because that mode is hilarious. It's basically where you try to fall off your skateboard and like break the most amount of bones. It sounds very morbid, but it's very funny. It was the thing back in 2010 when the game came out, just to play it and play Hall of Meat. So very fun, very funny. I still get a kick out of it to this day, and I'm very excited for Skate 4. Hope they include Hall of Meat in that one, because that'd be pretty great. Okay. Last, but certainly least. Do I even have to say anything about this one? Whoa! Boy, oh boy, this game, man, what is there to say about it that hasn't been said? You got Sonic's face on the CD. So that's pretty cool if you like Sonic. It's pretty cool. I got this game because it's honestly iconic. Like Sonic 06. It's definitely one of the games of all time. I had to play it. Like it's so funny. Like it is the funny bad game. It's like the video game version of The Room. It must be played. Well, I don't know if it must be played, but this is the game in terms of being so bad it's good. This is the game in that aspect. So I had to get it. I had to get it. No matter how bad it is, and no matter how much I'll regret it, I had to get it. That is the end of my Xbox game collection. Whoa! Look at all those games. I certainly have a big variety of them, and some of them are bad, some of them are good, some of them are Sonic 06.